Today we had this sitting on our desk waiting for us. And once I seen it, I knew the assignment. I need to get behind this housing of this machine in order to access this quick disconnect. This disconnect has developed a corrosion leak. Every time this machine rotates, this disconnect twists in its socket. So the mission is to get this new quick disconnect in place of the old one. So in order not to get sprayed like a 5-alarm fire, I will be closing the water outlet valve that feeds this unit. Getting sprayed with 110-degree water doesn't make for a good afternoon. So I suppose while I'm here, I might as well open the other panel covering and check the interior for any other hydraulic or water leaks. And now with the panel guard off, there she is with all her glory. She uses a size 100 triple link chain, and she's automated by this big black double ender, hydraulic cylinder that is. This cylinder may look big and mean, but it only operates off 300 psi. And she has 2 limit switches that monitor the invert and revert limits. She also has your standard issue, directional hydraulic valves, and manifold block. So beyond that useless information, let's get back to what we're really doing here, and we'll just be changing this coupling. So in order to secure what's left of my fingers, I will be fully powering down the unit and applying the good old lockout tag out and closing off all inlet water. Now with all security measures in place, it's time to get this girl out of here. So first I'm going to try to get this done by hand, and hopefully I don't need any other reinforcements. So after some serious coercion tactics, get out of there. We finally got her loose. Now we're going to bring in the 15-inch Proto adjustable wrench, along with their best friend, a 10-inch Husky pipe wrench. The object of the game is not to damage any other hoses or lines in the process of this swap out. She looks like she's ready. Now I try to break it loose. Oh, I gotta say she's tighter than I thought, but maybe that's not a bad thing. And I think we finally... There she be. Time for the other side. I can only tell you, this side is not as easy going. So we did what any sane person would do and got a bigger wrench. So after about 3 beads of sweat, we finally got it. Now she's coming off like a Yep. Sometimes you just gotta win them over. Now that I got both ends of disconnect removed, it's time to prep the new guy. So I always like a nice clean mating surface. So the new fittings have a nice clean place to rest. Like so. Another important tip is that you run your thread sealant tape clockwise while facing the thread. That is, unless they're reverse threads. Now that I have the threads all prepped and ready to go, I like to always add a dab of this multi-purpose synthetic food grade grease into the O-ring. It just helps things move along a little bit better. With this particular grease, a little dab will do. Oh yeah, that's the stuff right there, right there. Now that my threads are prepped and my O-ring is lubed, it's time to reapply these fittings. First, I will just put it hand tight in both connections. Then I'll bring back these old friends in order to get the job complete. And there goes one, and now the other. Now that I got everything prepped and let's see how she fits. And there she is. I couldn't be prouder. Now the true test is to see what happens when we open the water valve. And absolutely nothing, just what I wanted. So let's get this unit powered up. Since there's no operator available to test this repair, I'm going to put the unit in manual mode. Cycle into my valve control menu, and then I will manually cycle our hot water. After she had a couple good pushes of pressure, it's looking like there is no leaks. So that pretty much wraps it up for this one, guys. Until next time, stay safe out there.